get the dash, cannot catch me, whoa, Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Yes, I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, yeah, when I hit that. Ay, yeah, Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Second and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, looking for Andrews. He's got a man. Complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 65 yards.
10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A collegiate star in nearby Maryland. This is Anthony McFarland. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 9-yard.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
They're on 31-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, Dobbins. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Second and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 27, Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
The intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right there. Come on. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day. 13.
Throwing again, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They're running. Ingram. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
At the 25-yard line.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
7.
Ready? 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Steelers.
On first down, McFarland. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 15, check 15. Goose. Check 4,
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Check 55
To throw again. Jackson. He uncorks it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Here's Counter again. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 36. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Connor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The tackle made at the...
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Second and 9. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle, and this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, after the loss on first down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Bill-Danze Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Alex Highsmith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
10 more yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.